Hello students, this is Mr. Jairam and today we're going to do an intersection design. So if one looks at it, we've got a main road that runs all the way through here. Then we've got two intersecting roads coming in on each side of the main road. And what basically happens is that the designers extract the ground profile of this road here. And they draw it, and you at Transport 2A will have to design an intersection, how this main road, which is this road, edge levels tie into the intersecting road and tie into the intersecting road here. Okay, so you'll be given a ground profile like that, which is basically that ground profile there is this ground profile here running all the way through there, and you'll have to draw your little intersecting road, which is your main road, the crossfall of it, on this ground profile here. Okay, so this slide here currently in your notes is more for advanced level intersection design. You will be given the ground profile. You don't have to draw it. You'll have to design your intersection on this. So for Transport 2A, what will happen is that you'll have a question like this. Intersection design, you'll be given the ground profile of an intersecting roads. So you'll be given that. You don't have to draw it or calculate it. That will be given. Then the main road, which is this road here, the main road is sitting at SKD 140 on this ground profile here. Okay, so you won't be given this map as well. You'll just be given this question here. Okay, and you'll be asked to basically go in and draw the intersecting road somewhere around here. So we've got 140 here. So you'll be given this ground profile. You'll have to draw the crossfall of the main road here and design it so that the edges of the crossfall meet the ground profile of this road using the standards set out by the mosquito diagram in part 1 of the video. So you must watch part 1 of the video before you attempt part 2. So this is a standard specification that we use, or the mosquito diagram that we use with all the grades and changes of grades and distances from changes of grades from the center line that we will use on this ground profile here to be able to design the intersecting roads. If we look at it, we're given the ground profile. The main road is at SKD 140 having a level of 291.533. Super elevation of the main road is 3.645%, meaning it's got a 3.645% fall from left to right. Lane width of the main road is 3 meters. Shoulder width of the main road is 1.5 meters. So all this here is given. You need to design the intersection of this road, or you need to design how this crossfall of this road ties into the two intersecting roads. Okay, the first thing you need to do is basically calculate your edge levels, because the centerline level of the main road is given there. Your lane width is 3.5 meters and your shoulder width is 1.5 meters. You add the two together, you get 5 meters on each side of the center line. So to calculate this level and to calculate that level, it's left to right, so it's flowing left to right, or it's slanting left to right. You take your 3.645%, which is your 3.645%, divided by 100 times the 5 meters. It's going to give you 0.182 meters. So from there, this road drops 0.182 meters on the right side, and from there, this road raises up, or the gradient raises up by 0.182 on the left-hand side. By having that, you subtract that level, gives you that level, and that level added to that level gives you that level. So now you've got, besides having the center line of the road given, you got the left edge of the road and you've got the right edge of the road. So you've got now 3 levels. And you've got the SKD 140. Now you can go in and you can basically plot your road. It's at SKD 140. Centerline level is 291.533. Plot a point there. You can plot the left edge and you can plot the right edge because you're given the left edge and the right edge, which you can plot. And then you can draw it in that fashion with a slant. Okay, and you've got your super elevation. Now, once you have this main road here, these are the ground profiles of the intersecting roads that tie in. You need to tie in edge of your main road to the ground profile. You need to tie in the edge of the main road to the ground profile so that the intersecting roads can enter the main road comfortably, and the intersecting roads can enter the main road comfortably. Okay? So when one looks at that total, one enters a new platform, which is the mosquito diagram. And this mosquito diagram, as explained in part 1, gives you all the specifications and the restrictions in terms of what your entry grade and what your exit grade and how far from the center line must your change of grades be. So if we very carefully go in now and we look at the final design here, we have to tie this left edge with a 4% gradient 25 meters away, because if you look here, it's a 4% gradient minimum 25 meters away. So we've gone and tied in from that point. Okay, now you don't tie in from the top point, you tie in from the middle or the bottom point, simply because we're designing to top of earthworks, not to top of finished road level for intersections. So we draw a line 4%, 25 meters away, coming out. And at that point, we can draw another line coming down so that that line meets the ground level. Okay, so if one looks at it clearly, 4% we restricted to because the mosquito diagram says it's 4%, meaning that you can't have a steeper grade entering an intersection because it'll have problems with sight distance and so and so. And your vertical curve here at this point must be at least 25 meters away from the center of the main road. So when you're traveling along here, you can stop at the intersection before you can negotiate a turn left or right into the main road. Okay, so the same way we've got here as well. And if one looks at the mosquito diagram, it allows us a 6% upgrade. Here we've used a 4.8% upgrade. You can go up to 6% where you can have a steeper line there. But you'll find you may have cut here, then you'll have a full situation there. So what this person basically did, they dropped it down to about 4.8% there, and then they tied it into the existing ground profile. So you'll intersecting road has a nice smooth entry into the main intersection, and here as well has a nice smooth entry into the main intersection. Okay, then your A is your algebraic difference between this grade and that grade. You got 3.645% here. Okay, G2 minus G1, 4.8% minus 3.654%. I think that was our 3.645%. So you got 3.645% there, and you got 4.8%. Your algebraic difference in your grade is 8.445%. And if you look at that value, it meets the change of grade. Maximum is 14%. You are okay here with 8.445%. Okay. Change of grade doesn't only apply here, also applies here with the two values. At the same time here, you've got a 4% and you've got a 3.654%. G2 minus G1 gives you 7.645%, which is allowable because your allowable change of grade is, let's have a look here, 7.645, and we're looking up here is 14%. Okay, so we're below the 14%, we're fine. And your change of grade here is your 4%, and your 8% gives you 4%, which is still below the 14% there. So you're fine with your change of grade here. So you got a 4% grade. If you came out with this grade all the way and tied in here, then your earthworks are too much. You're going to fill a lot. So you do your 4% for 25 meters away from the center line, 4%. And then from there, you drop it to 8%. Okay? And if you take your 8 and 4, and you're fine. And if you look, we meet all the requirements of this diagram here, where we have the sense desirable grade is 10%. We kept it at 8% in the sense that we've got an 8% here as well. So this side and that side could apply to any side of your intersection. You just got to know that your maximum downgrade is 6%, your maximum upgrade is 4%, and your maximum change of grade is 14%. And the minimum distance from the center line to where you can change your grade is 25 meters on each side. Okay, so we've applied that to this. The design is correct. You could have gone 6% here, but then you would have lost some marks for major earthworks, cut and fill. So you basically will have to take this diagram, use the mosquito diagram specifications, and draw this out and show us your percentage grades on it, and show us your change of grades, which is your A's. Okay, and that will give you your full marks. But before you get to draw this, you need to calculate this, your edge levels on both sides. Right? So you go over it. That's Mr. Jairam. Over and out. Thank you.